When rescuers took a closer look at this maternal cat, they realized they'd made a massive mistake. When animal rescuers received a call about some tiny kittens and their mom that had been left out in the street, they rushed to the animal's aid. When they got there, they found the mama cat keeping her babies warm. However, they later realized they'd made a big mistake. The Homeless Animal Adoption League, HAAL, is a pet rehoming organization based in Clifton, New Jersey. The league was founded in 1989 by some East Orange, New Jersey residents after they grew worried about their local pound's conditions. After the East Orange Pound closed in 1995, HAAL began finding homes for the shelter's leftover cats. After that, it started taking in abused, homeless, and abandoned felines from its base in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Since then, HAAL has spent more than 20 years finding countless cats their forever families. On top of rehoming animals, the organization also vaccinates, spays, and neuters the creatures in its care and tests them for feline AIDS. But while HAAL's work is undoubtedly rewarding, it can be testing too. And the rescue attended to a particularly worrying call in December 2016 when it learned of a group of kittens that had been abandoned by the side of the road. Relaying the details of the rescue in December 2016, a post on the HAAL Facebook page revealed, "When you get a call saying that kittens are in laundry basket on a curb, your heart sinks." The call sounded legit and the caller seemed truly concerned. Because the Good Samaritan who'd reported the kittens didn't drive, he was in a bit of a panic. The man in question had been on his way home when he spotted the fur babies and had been compelled to help. That's why he called the HAAL. According to the caller, it appeared the kittens had been dumped. Luckily, though, their mom was still with them, which meant they could keep warm. Without her, there was a risk they could die of hypothermia as temperatures started to drop. To make matters worse, it had just started to rain, and since the stranger who alerted HAAL to the kittens' plight felt uncomfortable lifting them up and moving them, time was of the essence. As a result, HAAL staff rushed to the scene so they could assist. Revealing what happened next, the HAAL Facebook post read, "So off we went to see if we could find these frightened babies. With GPS in hand, we quickly found the street. Once we parked, we started walking, and in seconds, we saw a recycling container on the curb. Inside the container, staff found 4 kittens no older than 5 weeks old, all cuddled close to their mom for warmth. According to the social media post, Mama Cat was glad to see them. Mom was quiet and looked up as if to say, 'Thank God you found us,' it explained." HAAL personnel covered the cat's container with a blanket and ferried them away to the rehoming center. Once there, a closer inspection of the basket revealed there were in fact 6 kittens, and fortunately every one of them was well despite their ordeal. Recalling the state the little kittens were in, the HAAL Facebook post read, "They look good, clear eyes and noses, and were eating on their own. We moved some cats around and squeezed them in, 7 more to add to our family." The next day, the staff turned their attention to checking over the kitten's mom, and it was then that they got a big surprise. It turned out that Mama wasn't Mama at all. That's because he was actually a male. Writing on Facebook, HAAL later explained, "He could have been the dad or a big brother from another litter, but to those kittens he was their protector and surrogate mom. He groomed them and gently played with each one." The staff at HAAL decided the cat needed a name fitting of his surrogate status. As a result, they called him Mrs. Doubtfire, after the famous nanny from the 1993 film of the same name. Now all they had to do was find names for the 6 kittens in his care. However, that wasn't the end of Mrs. Doubtfire's story. Soon after he arrived at the center, HAAL staff noticed that his breathing was irregular. He was later diagnosed with diaphragmatic hernia, meaning his intestines and stomach had been shifted into his chest cavity. The condition usually occurs in cats that have suffered major traumas, such as being hit by a car or physical abuse. So it seemed likely that Mrs. Doubtfire had suffered in the past. He now needed up to $8,000 worth of surgery to put his organs right. However, the operation was intensely risky. As a result, those caring for Mrs. Doubtfire at HAAL decided against putting the cat under the knife. A vet gave the cat a 65% chance of surviving the procedure. And since the feline father figure was comfortable and could still have a long life, they decided to leave him be. and thankfully their risk paid off. After looking after his 6 kittens, Mrs. Doubtfire finally found a forever family to care for him. For now, his hernia is under control, and judging by images from his new home, he appears happier than ever.